doesn't do the 3, 2, 1 anymore. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I will give it a moment, just see if anyone's around, but I'm not expecting too many people at 11:12 on a Tuesday. I thought I would wait until this week to do any live videos because I feel like when you've had the kids off school for a few weeks, you sort of spend that first week getting everything done that you didn't get done in the holidays, and then you get back to business in the following week. So that's why I'm waiting until now to do this. So yes, what has grown my business more than anything else? So you guys must have seen, I'm just going to go straight into it because I don't want to keep people waiting on the replay. As you guys must have seen, I have been promoting this ebook that I wrote a few months ago. It took me a while to get it out there. But this ebook is all about lead generation. Now, when people think about lead generation or they hear the words lead generation, quite often they think about paid methods because there's a lot of companies and platforms out there that will offer lead generation, but you have to pay for it. But lead generation in itself is something that we all do constantly, all day, every day. We're generating, or what we're aiming to do is generate leads. So it's not about paid strategies at all. But a lot of the people that I coach and a lot of the people that are in my coaching groups will say to me, whenever I talk about lead generation, they'll say, I can't afford to do that. Is there no way I can just do it on Facebook or something like that? And I'm like, well, lead generation is not just about paying for traffic and paying for leads, okay? So I wanted to create something that could teach people how they can generate leads without having to pay for it. So I hope Facebook doesn't ban this video or anything, but I want to do it without Facebook ads. So you don't have to pay for Facebook ads, okay? You don't have to pay for Google ads. You don't have to pay for traffic. You don't have to pay for leads or search traffic or anything like that. Now, I use a lot of these strategies myself and I love them. I think they're great. It's really good for when you just want to automate your business. But for those of you who can't do that, or maybe you don't want to do that, you want to do it all organically, which I also want to do it organically for the majority of my business. The best way to do it is to generate leads for free. And I've written this book on generating leads for free. And funnily enough, ironically enough, the biggest thing that has grown my business, bigger than anything that's in that book, is writing that book. That book, it's ironic, but that book has generated me more leads than anything else that I've put in the book. So that just goes to show, because it's free, okay, so people say to me, why have you spent so much time? Because I think it's about 30 pages. Why have you spent all this time and all this effort writing this book and you're not making any money from it? Well, I am making money from it. I've made a lot of money from it because it's free. Nobody has to pay for it. People can download it, but they go onto my email list. And, you know, they get sent all of the valuable content that I like to send out to my email list. I like to make sure I do about 2 or 3 a week. I don't spam, you know, I'm not like, this opportunity is great, this opportunity is great, you should do this. That's not what my email list is for, because that's just going to turn people off and you're just going to get unsubscribes. So what I like to do is fill their inbox with value and valuable content that I know that they're going to enjoy and they're going to learn a lot from. So once they go onto my email list after downloading this book, they get all this information and they get all the, you know, other free ebooks that I've found and trainings and stuff like that. And from there, they then trust me because they've read my book. I've had some great feedback from it. I won't tell you the numbers because I don't want to jinx it, but I am this close to a big milestone with my ebook. This close. It's getting closer and closer every day. And I just, to be honest, I think to myself, I can't believe this many people feel that I've got something. Sorry, I had a phone call come through. I couldn't believe that that many people actually felt like I could teach them something and I could offer them something. So I was really, really overwhelmed, and I still am. I'm so, so grateful to everybody who's downloaded it. I hope you've all absolutely loved it. Please let me know what you think of it. But this is the biggest strategy for me of generating leads. That ebook has completely blown my business up, and it was free. And I don't care about that, because I knew I was going to make it back, and I have through other channels, because I've got so much more to offer. But that front end offer needs to be free, or it needs to be low cost. Okay, so if you guys are thinking, yeah, I'm not going to be able to write a book, what do I know? You know, I'm not successful, I've not made it yet. That isn't how it works. Okay, a lot of the girls that I've had feedback from so far are in beauty businesses. I know nothing about beauty at all. I've never sold makeup, I've never promoted makeup or anything like that. I can just about do my own face. And some of you might agree that I'm not very good at that either. But I know nothing about beauty. But they've still learned so much from my ebook, because it's not it's generic enough to work for everybody, but it's not niche enough to be about just specific businesses. So it doesn't even matter if your business is not a network marketing business. Okay, I've had a couple of interior designers that I knew from when I was doing interior design a few years ago, and they've downloaded it, and it's working for them. Because at the end of the day, if you're promoting your business online, all the strategies and, you know, the lead generation that you are going to be doing is going to be similar, because you don't know who wants your product. So if you're looking for an ideal client, and you've got an ideal client written down, and you know who they are, not exactly who they are, but you know, like, their person, you know what they like, what they don't like, what they do for a living and stuff like that. You know exactly who you want to target. The ways of targeting them are the exact same. They're the exact same, okay? So the strategies are all the same for any business. And every business needs leads, no matter what. Else you're not going to sell anything. You're not going to sell your products. You're not going to sell your services. So every single business in the world needs leads. And then it's all about converting those leads into customers. So this is what my book is teaching you. It's teaching you these free strategies that everybody's got access to. As long as you've got a computer or a phone, everyone has got access to these strategies. And everybody can do it. It's so, so simple, and it really does work. But like I said, they all work, and they're all great, and they've all done amazing for my business. But the biggest one, which I find so ironic, is the book that I wrote about it. That's the biggest one. That has got me the most leads. And I don't really like to call people who have downloaded my book leads, because I've offered them something, and in return they've given me their feedback, and now I've got their trust, and they know that anything that I do promote, I wouldn't promote directly to them. They know that I'm not like that. I don't spam. I don't cold message. But they know that they can trust me. And so many people have come to me and said, look, I love what you've written, and I love what you teach, and I love what you've learned, because I've learned all this from somewhere. So, excuse me, my throat's going all dry. I've learned this from somewhere. So they obviously want to know what I do now, and what I've done, and where I'm going, and what I'm promoting now. And that's something that I can offer them, and they'll trust me. And they know that I'm not just doing something to get as many people on board as I can, or anything like that. So with your freebie, or with your low price, and I mean low price, I don't mean like 20 quid, I mean low price front end offer, okay? Don't make it a product that you sell if it's not your product, of course. If you're in network marketing, don't make it a product that you sell, because obviously we all want to think that we're going to be with the same company forever. You know, you love your company, and it's great, that's fab, but it's just common sense to not sort of put all your eggs in one basket. I think that's the phrase. Yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You never know what could happen. You never know what could change. You never know who could change, or maybe they don't change. You just realise that they're assholes. But something could happen, and you end up going elsewhere. Something better could come along and you end up going elsewhere. You don't want to keep pushing. Someone really wants to talk to me. I don't even know who the number is. Yeah, you never know what could happen, and you could end up moving companies, and you don't want to be pulling all of your network with you everywhere you go, because it's going to lose you credibility. It's going to make you look a bit, I can't think of the word, I don't want to offend anybody. If you're saying, you know, this is the best company ever, and then a couple of months later, what? I'm just going to this company, but honestly, it's better. And then a couple of months later, you're like, this is the one. I swear to God, this is the one. Okay, so if you are branding yourself, I know I always talk about it, but it's so important. It's so important. Brand yourself and not your company. And people are going to follow you and your brand. They're not going to follow you and the product that you're promoting this week and then the business that you're promoting next week. They're going to follow you. They're going to trust you. And they're going to enjoy your content. So make sure that the freebie that you're giving is something that you've created. Something of yours. Something that nobody else has done. So this ebook, I created from scratch. I wrote every single word myself. I did weeks and weeks and weeks of research to make sure that everything I was saying was the best. You know, it was the best advice that I could give. I absolutely loved writing it. And I learned a lot on the way as well. I learned a lot about what I was actually writing. I was still learning as I was doing it. And that's another thing that is really rewarding about it. That's something that I find rewarding about blog posts. I absolutely love blogging because every time I think of a new topic, I learn something new about that topic while I'm researching, and you know, I'll write down everything that I know about it first, and then I'll go and research so that I can expand on all of that, and I learn so much. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, was just the best way to generate leads. For me, it has completely blown up my business like nothing. Oh, I've got a little scratch. Like nothing else. Like nothing else. Writing this ebook has made my business go absolutely crazy, and I can't believe it's so funny that I've written a book on how to generate leads, and the one thing that has generated me the most leads is the book itself. So if you guys haven't downloaded it yet, have a look at it. Honestly, it's free. I will put a link in the comments so that you can just download it from there. And anything that I can help you with at all, just let me know. Let me know what you think of it as well if you've already downloaded it. If you've already downloaded it, thank you so much. And I've got another freebie coming soon that is going to go to everybody who has already downloaded my book. So I'm really, really excited about that. And just a huge thank you again, because I really don't believe that so many people have trusted me and believed in me enough to go and download it and read it, and I think that's absolutely amazing, and you're all amazing, so thank you, and I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday.